This is a picture of me, standing in the middle of a dried up lake bed about 30 minutes outside the city of Las Vegas. This picture was taken while I traveled across the entire country all alone for an entire year. And while traveling for a year is a bit of an extreme, I've also been on vacation to Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, Iceland, Washington, D.C., Las Vegas, southern Utah, and even theme parks all by myself. Because traveling solo is probably the best way you can travel. You'll learn more about yourself, invest in your personal growth, meet new people, never have to compromise, and spend more time doing what you love to do. You'll get to spend quality time alone, relaxing at your own pace, and in the end, isn't that what a vacation's really all about? You see, when you travel alone, you're able to travel the way you want. You don't have to work around someone else's schedule, you don't have to ask somebody else what they want to do, and you don't have to sightsee around someone else's interest. You can be active when you want, you can be lazy when you want, you can go see what you want to see, and you can spend as much time there as you want. You can simply do what you want to do. Because no matter if you're traveling for a weekend or a week or a month or a year, the experience should be whatever you want it to be. If you feel like sitting on the beach all day, sipping cocktails and never talking to anybody, awesome, do it. If you feel like waking up at 6 a.m. so that you can do a 10-mile hike, then awesome, do it. If you feel like staying in your hotel and never leaving, then awesome, do it. When you travel alone, you don't have to compromise on the things you really want to indulge in. And you'll meet more people. One of the benefits I find about traveling alone is that I am, in fact, alone. I'm much more likely to strike up a conversation with a stranger when I have no one else to talk to. When you don't have someone else around you, you're not stuck to your little bubble. Humans are social creatures. We're innately drawn to the presence of others who share our interests. Even if you're an introvert, you're still drawn to a specific type of personality, and there's people out there that you're just gonna click with more than others. So we're always on the lookout for people like us. People we identify with, people that share our same interest, and people that match our energy. And when you're traveling alone, it's so easy to strike up a conversation with a complete stranger because you're both there in the same place, sharing the same interest. You're both in the same area, which means you both want to see this new country or new city in the world. When I went to Costa Rica alone, I ended up talking to people from all over the world, to strangers I never met before. I met people from Australia and Germany and Wisconsin and Canada. We hung out at the beach, we went to dinner, and we ended up sharing stories of other places to visit in the world. When you travel solo, you end up meeting people from all over the world, and you forge bonds with those people because you're alone and, well, you have no one else to talk to. And that's another reason why you should travel solo. You're gonna be pushed outside your comfort zone. When you travel alone, sometimes things are not gonna go according to plan, and you're gonna have to make a decision all by yourself. Like the first time I went to Las Vegas, the plan was to go with a friend. I lived in Florida and he lived in Tennessee, and we both wanted to go to Las Vegas. So we got hotels, we got a flight, we got everything, months in advance. But at the last minute, about 48 hours before his flight, our friend couldn't make it. Something came up with his job. The thing was, I didn't know about this until I was already sitting in the Las Vegas airport waiting for him. He called me up and says, "Hey man, I'm really sorry, but I can't make it." So there I am, sitting in the Las Vegas airport, all by myself, and I'm like, oh man, what am I gonna do? I'm here all alone, I've never been to the city, I don't know what to do, and I don't know where to go. This wasn't the plan. But then it hit me. I'm in Las Vegas, alone. I'm gonna have the time of my life, and I did. I met new people, I walked around to all the different casinos, I checked out all the sites I wanted to see, I went to a few different bars and lounges, and then it hit me. Traveling alone totally has its perks. I was all by myself and I didn't have to ask somebody, well, what do you want to do? I don't know, where do you want to go? Are you hungry? Do you want to stay here? Do you want to leave here? Aren't you tired? I was all alone and I could do everything at my own pace. And that's the best part about traveling solo. You'll build more self-confidence, explore personal growth, and discover more about yourself. Because when you travel solo and things go wrong, you're gonna be tasked with options and you won't have anyone else to turn to for solutions. And then when you fix the problem, you'll be rewarded with knowing more about yourself and how you handle certain situations. For example, a few years back, before I traveled the entire country by myself, I actually drove from Florida to Utah and spent an entire month in the southern Utah area to explore the national parks out there. I spent a month just camping out and exploring a side of the country I have never seen up to that point. But every day, every decision was on my own. Like where to set up camp, how to find water, and where to find a shower. And I taught myself self-confidence when things went right, and I learned personal growth when things went wrong. From handling situations like when a big storm came through late at night and I literally thought my tent was just gonna fly away, to doing drastic hikes to Angel's Landing in the middle of August. Every day was a day I learned more about myself. I learned that I could live in a small space like a car for a long period of time. I learned how much water I need to last me throughout the day. And I learned that I can go a week without a shower. When you travel solo, you're there for the pure enjoyment of the area. You won't have kids to worry about, spouses to annoy you, or friends to push you into doing things you don't want to do. Traveling alone means you'll have more pampered time to yourself, time to reflect, and just take things slow. You'll absolutely benefit from the private time you get to have to yourself, but never get to take. Traveling solo isn't hard, and once you do it once, I promise you, you'll want to take a lot more trips in the future alone. If you need help planning out the perfect solo destination for yourself, let me know. I own and operate Escaping Normal Life Travel, and I would love to help you plan out the perfect solo trip for you so that you can escape normal life wherever you want to go. Check out the links below, and I'll see you next time. What do Waleska Rhonda, Derek Frampton, and Out of Bounds all have in common? They all were super awesome because they all left me a super thanks. If you want to be super amazing and leave me a super thanks because you found this video insightful or helpful, then hey, I ain't too proud to beg. I'll accept your donation. Consider hitting the super thanks button so I can make more helpful videos for you guys.